how did this conversation start? I was talking about that stupid ruined the Tour de France or whatever.
Yeah, okay, so explain to me again where this is coming from, because
Okay,
I know
so
you
basically,
have a lot of anger.
So basically what happened was it was like the first day of the Tour de France. For those who don't know, Tour de France is like a huge ass cycling race.
And
It's
Dana
like people
is actually, like, I don't know if you're probably not involved in, like, any professional cycling, but you are
No.
passionate in that you like to bike.
I do like to bike, but I don't know anything other than anything like surface level about this.
He likes to ring his bell on his tricycle when he's going down his street. Yeah. I'm sorry, I derail you like every single sentence.
Let me explain what the fuck is going on. The fucking Tour de France is like this multi-day or week, I don't know how long it is, race of multiple stages across almost all of France. People train their entire lives for this. They spend hundreds of millions of dollars preparing for this, getting bikes, teams, all this stuff together. So the first day of this, I mean, this, like I said, hundreds of millions of dollars invested in this shit. 45 kilometers left on the first day. This woman jumps out into the middle of the fucking road with like everyone, all the front runners, all like the best people, about like 150 people, all like in a huge group, and like holds a sign up like not realizing the people are behind him, and they run into her, causing a huge crash with like everybody like getting injured, breaking bones, like basically like ruining their chances.
Think those like NASCAR pileups, but with bikes and people on them.
Yeah, like basically like some of these people, their careers are straight up ruined now because of this woman. And everyone, like my whole thing is on Reddit, everyone's like, "Oh, I would feel so bad for her. She made a little mistake, and people are going after her." And it's like,
though, right? Like 90% of the people are like, this person deserves to like rot in prison.
No, not really at all.
I 100% am gonna just like straight up say that what you were saying are false. There are people that are heavily upvoted now saying, hey, they did make a mistake. They obviously didn't have these intentions. Maybe we're going a little too hard on her, but that was literally in response to the fact that people are saying like, this is the worst human alive. Like, did you not see this when it was like actually like the day it happened? People were absolutely tearing into her.
I'm saying that people comments. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the most upvoted comments now are like, "Oh my god, I feel so bad for her. People are attacking her," and it's like she ruined the lives of like and careers of like 100 people. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, people make mistakes. Like, sometimes you just run over a child. Like oopsie doopsie. Like,
yeah, but like, it's different, right? There's one thing.
Well, no.
There's one thing, like, for example, like, there was actually
you can't be immune
podcaster.
to fucking... Yeah, it's not like you can, I made an accident, so, oh my god, I'm so sorry. It's like, okay, I'm not in trouble now, right? No, it's like, if you make a mistake, like, you still get to get punished for it.
I mean, I do legitimately think that, like, the mistake she made was not as bad. Like, I don't think she deserves the gulag, as my co-host says here.
No.
No, she got, like, a $1,500 fine, and she's probably going to be sued by the organization that runs Tour de France.
Yeah, and I feel like they have every right to, because literally these people spend hundreds of millions of dollars for these riders to get them ready, and some of them, breaking bones, stuff like that's going to set them back like 6-7 years, like, or they could never ride again, or like this is literally career ruining for some people.
Yeah, no, I think that there are definitely consequences for actions, but I also don't think that I think that, like, especially on the internet, hashtag cancel culture. No, I think on the internet, like, people absolutely go for the jugular. I think that she's gonna pay her dues, and she is probably going to have a pretty hectic couple of years ahead of her. I mean, like, she did, like, hypothetically, if I went to a museum and, like, accidentally tripped, and then I fell into a painting, and I, like, I don't know, broke the Mona Lisa, like, I probably would face consequences for destroying art.
The difference between that is that you wouldn't be affecting and ruining the careers of 100 other people.
I don't know. I think I'd be affecting a lot of people if I literally destroyed the most.
I'm talking about directly the individual lives of people. Like,
yeah, but at the same time, I don't think I think due to the fact that there was no malice involved, I think that it is a little bit easier to not completely go for the jugular.
I don't have fucking sympathy for stupid ass fucking people.
No,
they're stupid and they didn't have bad intentions, so they get off free. It's like, no, like, people need to learn not to be stupid.
You're saying a straw man here that no one is arguing. I'm not saying they should go off free. I think they should suffer from consequences, but I think that there is definitely difference in actions caused by stupidity more than malice. Like, I think that if someone like the fact that she was even able to get on there. You said middle of the street. She was basically what you would consider
like on the side of the street.
Yeah,
I was being a little hyperbolic.
Like hypothetically, if where a bike lane would be, but there was no bike lane. Like definitely on the street, but like it was definitely unavoidable, but it wasn't like she was so far. Like she basically took a couple steps forward from where people were.
No. She made a point to go out into the street to put this sign up so people could see
I understand
her.
that, but like
she made the point to go off, past the boundaries, past everything into
there were
the
no
raceway. There's like a side of like boundary off the raceway. Like
yeah, no, I like, but I don't think we're when you have a person do slightly more than what other people. First of all, I'm not sure if you've seen like footage with like absolutely crazy Tour de France fans. Like,
absolutely.
She is like all these people are like what she's doing is not like unprecedented behavior, and the fact is like she was just the one that was like unlucky enough that it actually had dire consequences. This could have happened like in any of these races in the past 5 years.
Absolutely.
I'm not one of these people
like,
that says Tour de France should be responsible and say that like, oh, you have to guard every single part of this, like, what is it, 400-mile race?
So my mentality on that is like there can be 100 people that commit a crime, but if someone gets hurt, it doesn't make it any less bad because everyone else is doing it too. You know what I mean?
Well, I definitely I see where you're coming from, but I also think that if something is relatively normalized, and I'm not going to say like her behavior was entirely normalized, but to the point where like I don't think she was the one who like had this idea, I'm going to do something crazy. It's like, oh, people do this all the time. Like I do think that intentions do matter. That's why like I don't think this is like similar. Like if someone like accidentally like kills someone with drunk driving, like the intentions of like when you drunk drive, you are very intentionally putting people's lives at stake. I don't think this is in the same category.
No, I mean, like I said,
think
I was being extremely hyperbolic. I was being extremely hyperbolic as far as like the murdering people, but it's just like I don't know. I deal with stupid people all fucking day, and it's just like I feel like there should be some type of repercussion for doing stupid things without thinking. It's not like, oh, you commit a crime, but I wasn't thinking that it was a crime, so it's like you get off or easier or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just like, well,
I think that she is going to pay a pretty tough consequence, all things considered, and not just her, what is it, like $1,500 fine for
I agree. I was more so just commenting on the fact that people are like, oh my god, I feel so bad for her. Nothing should happen. She barely even did anything wrong. Like, who cares?
I think now that their identity is known, it's going to be like Steve Bartman, where the rest of their life is destroyed. For those who don't know, Steve Bartman caught a foul ball in like 2003, and like they had to move because apparently people blame him for the Cubs not winning the World Series.
Yeah, the Cubs winning.
That's like we're both from Chicago, so like that's
yeah,
pretty deep cut.
We know about that.
But yeah, I genuinely think this lady's life is ruined, even though the actual immediate consequences are more manageable.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, you're saying eye for an eye, but I think it's the internet hate mob. Hashtag woke.
I guess I just said
hashtag woke.
I just couldn't imagine working my entire life for something and then having some stupid person ruining it and having my career ruined, having everything I worked towards like my entire life just go for nothing. So
I have never made a mistake nearly that stupid in my life, but I could also see myself just doing something I think being fun, it having significantly more dire consequences than I expected, and then just being like, oh, it's my life's over. I could empathize with that, but I also is it impossible to like say I see where all sides are coming from? Is nuance not something that could be like given?
No,
in today's world?
I completely agree. I'm just one of those people that like I don't know. It just pisses me off.
Probably because you're training for the Tour de France, so you know how it is.
Well, it just like shows it just completely. Of course, and on top of it being something completely unnecessary, you know, and it's just like
I want to see you in the Tour de France.
I hate sports fans in general. Like, so I fucking hate sports. Like, I hate people like, oh, you like the red fucking assholes. Well, I like the blue assholes. And then you fight and like kill each other, like in real life.
Imagine
like,
a sports team called the Assholes.
The blue assholes or the red assholes?
No, just the because
you have to pick one, or I'm going to end this.
I literally just watched The Matrix, like the entire trilogy, like a couple days ago. So I'm gonna say. Based and red pilled, you know, we're gonna go Gamergate on the pod.
We're going suppository on this.
Oh God.